What's good, Early Edge fam? This is the day we've been waiting for. What's good? Welcome into your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting, and it is not close. We've been getting you ready. We've been doing future episodes. We've been telling you that we're prepared, and we are. It's day number one. Our bread and butter. The NFL is back tonight. Bills, Rams. We will have a live stream, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, with the best cappers in the business. But we got a lot between now and then. But as always, let's take a look at what we did on Wednesday. Not a bad day at the brand. The early show, 3-1-1, as the D-backs scored exactly 3. And then we almost swept the board. Diamondbacks late, and that one stung just a little bit, but we're a crew. We pick each other up, and we are fired up and ready to go. Let's bring in the stars of the show, and look at this. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? First and foremost, when it's NFL, this man literally loses his mind. So, Maestro, welcome back to the NFL. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My coffee tastes a little better. The breeze just felt a little bit nicer. I think you know where I'm going with this. It's back tonight. I can't wait to give out a first prop play later in the show.
You're damn right you will. Also, she keeps us honest in baseball and in hockey. We call her Allie. Bama. Allie, good morning.
Good morning. Happy NFL Day to everyone. Happy to be here.
Oh, we are so happy to have you as well. Now, the final man on our screen, if you don't know, he can do everything. And I've been waiting, Mikey. I've been waiting for a donkey parlay, and tonight's the night. Good morning.
Tonight is the night for the Donkey Parlay's return. Oh, what a beautiful day. Talk about that tennis match last night as well. I hope some of you at least stayed up to watch some of that. One of the greatest matches of all time. We got day baseball today, NFL primetime. Let's go.
I can't imagine a day better for you than today. I can't even imagine it. I really can't. All right, so many of you in the chat. We appreciate each and every one of you. Go ahead, hit that like button for me. Every time you drop in, it really helps the show grow. And when I say grow, in the next couple of weeks, we have some announcements for you that are going to blow your mind. But right now, let's show you the schedule that we have coming up for the rest of today and for the rest of the week. In your feed right now, turn on those notifications. You have our week 1 mega preview. You have our college football mega preview with AB and the boys. Today, new show, The Prop Shop on Twitter Spaces, noon Eastern, me and Prop Stars. You have a question, anything props related, check us out there. And then, of course, 7:30 tonight, Bills, Rams live preview all the way up to kickoff. All right, now, storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And day baseball, we can't forget about it. Can't forget about baseball. The weather's so important. Mikey, you're up.
All right, Coach. Well, it is a really slow day in Major League Baseball. Some of it's the scheduling's out of respect to the NFL, I suppose, here. But Miami and Philly, minus 10% across the board. And then Minnesota and New York, all minus 10% across the board. The only other situation to highlight is Wrigley Field game. Winds blowing in a little bit here, but not enough to have a massive impact like we would normally see. I don't even have it up to minus 10%. So the only ones we care about, Miami and Philly, Minnesota and New York.
Boy, the Yankees seem like they got their bats going again yesterday. By the way, when your president calls you an all-time Yankee, I don't know how smart that is when it comes to negotiation. He's an all-timer. Pay him $50 million a year. That's all you got to do, and you can have him for all time. But Maestro, we're here at the early edge. The reason we started the show was to get an edge on certain things. And in the NFL, injuries are always the most important thing when it comes to betting and when it comes to fantasy. Talk to me.
Yeah, before I get to that, Mikey, just what the Marlins need, another, hitting decline. It's 10 straight team total unders for them. It's really embarrassing there. But, yeah, the NFL is back, and there's been a lot of news this week that I don't think is getting enough attention, and one of them is the Detroit Lions offensive line. There's so much expectation on this team, so much hype that they're going to be a lot better, and they do have a great offensive line, but in the last preseason game, Vitae, they call him Big V, he hurt his back. He's out. So they were going to move their center. First, they were going to play Tommy Kramer, who's their backup. Anyway, he's hurt too. He may not be able to play. They thought maybe we'll move our Pro Bowl center over, Frank Ragnow, because he can play guard, but he's dealing with the groin injury. So now they're talking about Penei Sewell, who's an amazing right tackle, maybe moving him inside. He hasn't played guard in forever, and then starting Matt Nelson at guard. All of that said, it's not a good situation when you've got Fletcher Cox and Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham and Javon Hargrave and a rookie Jordan Davis and a new pass rusher in Hassan Reddick. I just think this is a bad spot for the Lions offense. Clev TA, one of the best analytics guys out there, also noted that Jared Goff had his second worst game of the season last year against this Eagles defense. All of that said, I put a pick up on SportsLine.
You're too much. The man is fired up. It's NFL day number 1. Now, in the chat, my man Shane says, educate and entertain. Please define donkey parlay. Mikey, please.
The donkey parlay is just a correlated parlay in a same game situation. It's essentially another way of saying same game parlay. It's just something that I've always called a donkey parlay because it's not exactly something we normally recommend doing. It's more of an entertainment bet than anything else, but it is calculated. It is correlated. Actually was really profitable last year overall. But yeah, it's a fun bet on a same game parlay.
And it's fun. It is a lot of fun. And you never know when we're going to give it out on the live stream at 7:30. You got to tune in. You got to tune in. But every single live primetime show, we have some form of a donkey parlay. Now, before we get to our board for the day, we really, really take seriously our Early Edge family. We value every single one of you. We joke a lot, but at the end of the day, we have started to create an incredible amount of people that really care about each other. And last night, 2 of them got in a very, very serious car accident, but they're watching this morning from the hospital bed. My man, Almighty Rex, might have to watch SportsLine today from the hospital, but I damn sure won't be missing it. If you guys could, for the next couple of minutes, just write "get well soon" into the chat, because Rex and his father both in a very serious car accident last night, but they're watching the show live this morning. Rex, we're thinking about you. And guess what? My pick today is just for you and your father. Tell your dad what's up. Kind of got to me a little bit this morning, seeing that. All right, let's get to it. But before we do that, we've got to pay those pesky little bills. Here's a word from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. All right, it is time for our board on the first day of the NFL season. Yes, sometimes we call it Christmas morning too. So I know it's not an NFL pick, but damn it, I just feel a little bit extra hyped this morning. So, Mikey, if you don't mind starting us off, easy for me to say, you know the drill, son! Oh, he was up late last night, 3 a.m. That's when it ended. But it doesn't matter. The man grinds. He grinds every single day. So, Mikey, please give it to me.
All right, Coach. Leave it to me to give you a baseball play on opening day of the NFL. We're going day baseball, though. St. Louis Cardinals here. First 5 innings, team total over 2.5 runs, coming back -110. I want to pick on Josiah Gray a little bit. He was hyped for a little bit during the middle of the season because he had an incredible month. In the month of June, he had a .212 weighted on base average, significantly better than Major League Baseball average, putting him in elite territory. The problem is that number ballooned to 389 in July. It's sitting at 387 here in August. When you go back and look at April and May, he averaged 360 across those 2 months. I think it's pretty clear which one of those pitchers is the real thing here. Great spot for the Cardinals in this game, in my opinion. And then we've got home plate umpire Jerry Lane trending as a pretty strong over umpire, about 65% towards the over this season. Looking back to last season, was right at the 60% mark. Look for a lot of runs here on the St. Louis side, but we're going to get them early in this game to attacking Josiah Gray. Let's go over 2.5 in the first 5 innings.
I already see the tweet in my head. 3rd inning, 3-run home run. We don't even have to watch anymore. I love those tweets when you send them out when we cash in the 2nd and 3rd inning. They're some of my favorite things. All right, so we start with the Cardinals. We're going to catch there. But then as I look down, and you heard the maestro talk about how embarrassing the Miami Marlins have been lately. Well, Allie, you want to capitalize on that. What do you got?
Yep. So I'm going to go with the Marlins at the Phillies under 7, and that's even money right now. As Larry said, and I actually didn't know this, the Marlins have hit their team total under in 10 straight games, but also the under is hit in 6 straight games that these teams have played each other this season. You have Sandy Alcantara. He has a 2.36 ERA and a 1.00 whip. And the Marlins are 1-3 in his starts against Philly, but all 4 of those did at least have 7 or fewer runs, and he did go fairly deep into the game. And then Kyle Gibson, he's been a little bit better at home. He's 7-3, and in his 4 starts against the Marlins, all 4 of those ended up staying at 7 or under. Neither bullpen really has been that great lately, but they did hold up in those first 2 games of the series. So I'm going to go with that Phillies Marlins under.
And do what I do. Just make the bet and don't watch the game. There's nothing worse than watching an under. But I have kind of warmed up to unders alley just a little bit. I don't have so much. Thank you. I don't have so much disdain for them as I used to. All right. So now we're going to cash with the Cardinals. We're going to cash with that under. And then I thought, why is there all this hype around the Buffalo Bills? You guys know that on night number 1, Thursday night, there's extra emotion. It takes teams a little while to get into it. The Bills favored on the road against the defending Super Bowl champions? No. Now, if you watched our mega preview, you know we're on the Rams in several different teasers. I like the Rams in the first quarter. They're getting a half a point. -110. I think it's going to be a slow start for both teams. A lot of emotion, a lot of hype. They won the Super Bowl last year. So I think we're going to have maybe a 0-0, 7-7, something like that. But I think the Rams will at least be tied or ahead at the end of the first quarter. And I like cashing tickets in the first 30 to 40 minutes. Now, this man was here from day 1. This is our 3rd NFL season together. There is nobody that I like working with more when it comes to the NFL than this man right here. So, Maestro, this is your spot. This is your spot. So I'm going to back off. The floor is yours. Oh, no! Oh, no!
I blame AB for that.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, baby. Welcome back.
I guess I did it and wasn't aware of it. Starting over, the Bills do not have a one-man backfield anymore. It was Devin Singletary at the end of last season. He had taken over the backfield. He got a lot of carries down the stretch, but they drafted a guy in the second round, James Cook. Zach Moss looks healthy. He looks spry. He's going to get the goal line work and maybe some other work as well. Devin Singletary under 11.5 rush attempts. This is going to be a fast-paced, a passing game, perfect weather conditions, and it's not a one-man backfield anymore. The way the coaches are talking about it, yes, Devin Singletary will get the start. He will get the most, but they are going to work in James Cook because you don't spend a second-round pick and not get him in, and Zach Moss is getting rave reviews. He wasn't healthy last year. He came in with an ankle injury, slowed him down the whole season. He looks great. I love Devin Singletary under 11.5 carries.
I love this play. I've already put it in fact. By the way, Maestro, I know how much you appreciate and respect when other guys are comparing themselves to you, like RJ or Micah or Mikey. But in the chat, Buckets said, oh, I'm not the only one that mutes myself on the show. So apparently Buckets is comparing himself to you. That's essentially what he's doing. How do you feel about that?
No comment.
With that being said, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the ones and the twos. Maestro, he's on Devin Singletary. We're going under 11.5 rush attempts, plus 100. Alabama's on the Marlins. Phillies under 7. That's even money. Love that number. If you're going to cash it with the coach, you're going to do it with the Rams. First quarter, we're getting a half point, -110. Then Mikey, Cardinals, first 5, team total, day baseball all day. Make sure you get those starting times. Now, another one of my Greyhounds that is literally in the starting blocks waiting for me to pull the lever. AB, show your face. Where's that big old fat smile that I love so much?
Good
there
morning.
it is. How hyped are you, sir?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm super hyped. I cannot wait for the show tonight. I can't wait for the game right after it. Also, I want to say you compared Maestro and Buckets. Those two also do one thing together as well. That's whenever anything goes wrong, they immediately blame me. I heard that, Maestro.
That was a reflex. A gut reflex.
He says it was a reflex. He just
It is.
automatically
Hey, you know
threw
what?
you under the bus.
All right, you know what? That's a good reflex, and you're doing that already on week 1, my man. You took training camp seriously. You are ready to go for the season. Well done on that.
All right, now, AB, we have kept one very special announcement until this very moment. All right, all of you in the chat, A lot of times when we get into a live stream and you're asking questions and we don't have time to get to everything, we believe that we have remedied that. So, AB, what are we going to do for the good people at home during the live stream tonight when me and Mikey and Maestro and Prop Stars that we're discussing the game? What will you be doing?
Yep, I will be in the live chat with you guys. One, watching the show because you know what? I want to hit on their bets too. And two, any questions that you have, anything that you need in the chat, I'll be right there alongside you. Take care of you for anything that you need. We're going to be dropping Chick-fil-A nuggets all throughout the show, ready to go. So bring it tonight. Everybody make sure, be in the chat, be ready to go. It is going to be an awesome show.
That is our 5-tool player right there, my man AB. Now, what do we got for today in the AB3?
Yeah, Coach, we got 3 fun ones. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Let me pull up the screen so everybody can see. First, we're going to go Josh Allen, longest completion, over 37.5 yards. If this is your first time playing NFL props, all he has to do is throw one pass that goes over 37.5 yards that's completed. It could be a 5-yard pass that one of their receivers takes it to the house. That's all we need is one over 37.5. Second, we're also going to take Josh Allen over 35.5 pass attempts. A little juicy at minus 140, but still, you know how the Bills offense rolls. If they're up, they're throwing. If it's tied, they're throwing. If they're behind, which could happen tonight, they're definitely throwing. And then finally, our last one, Cooper Kupp for the Rams. Longest reception, over 26.5 yards. Again, all we need is one. We just need one to go 27 yards or more, and we cash on that one. So 3 really fun props that we have going for tonight. And I'll say this. I did not want to subject anyone to kicker props right out of the gate. We'll wait for that misery later on.
It is straight misery. It is straight misery. I don't know
my
how.
Favorite part, real quick, my favorite part was last year. I did 2 of them. We missed both of them. Jeweler came in and nailed like 10 in a row. Just crushed it. My God.
Well, that's just Jeweler being Jeweler. By the way, I don't know how I feel about the AB love in the chat right now. AB's the best, Jesse says. All love. AB, don't forget about the Polynesian sauce with the nuggets.
The Polynesian, let me say this. The Polynesian sauce is terrific. And also, be paying attention to what Maestro just said. I'll let you down tech-wise somehow. I'll end up getting your computer with viruses or something. Trust me, I'll let you down on that one. But not tonight.
We have fought 6 months to get AB completely on our side. He's now here. Now I don't know how I feel about it. All right, last one in the chat. Brock says also, I'm not going to lie. I really don't know if I'm more hyped for the game, my bets, fantasy, or the prime time show tonight. Brock, you can be hyped for all of it. We are. By the way, you know it's the NFL season when it's 5:30 a.m. and my phone is just going bananas. My better half is cool with it, and it's Prop Stars on the other end saying, hey, I got a ton of ideas today. That's when you know NFL season has arrived. By the way, he's the only one allowed to do that. Nobody else. Nobody else can call me at 5:30 a.m. Now, with that being said, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these NFL day 1 season opener, even though we have baseball tickets, straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Alabama, Mikey, Maestro, AB on the 1s and the 2s, and the jeweler who's always lurking. I am the coach. Set those notifications. Do not miss a second of our content, whether you watch on YouTube, or whether you listen on Apple, or whether you listen on Spotify. You are all important to us here at the Early Edge. Good luck.